Janet Jackson reference.
It
there.
was.
I appreciate that. I got you. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the XS Show. I'm your host, Jordan, joined by my best friends on the red couch.
B-Rad.
Hey, G.
And Jeff.
So we're coming to you today to hit some of the E3 rumors that are circulating now. This isn't going to be a comprehensive list. We're not going to hit them all. We're just going to hit some the major ones that we've been talking about here at the office. So first of all, let's start with the company that we all love to hate at the moment, Microsoft. Big to-do is that they, have moved their keynote speech forward.
Right.
And two, did I say one or did I say A? Did I go the
A.
total?
A.
Yeah,
A, two.
and D.
Potato.
The other big to-do for them is that their presence on the floor is markedly smaller than the other hardware, or the big three, I should say.
Right.
It's the smallest of the big three. They are kind of off in the corner with some of the developers, which is sort of interesting.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Right. Well, the weird thing is Microsoft's kind of been on our shit list here lately, at least mine. I don't think any of us have been really impressed with anything they've been doing, and it's really been quiet from the Microsoft camp in general.
I said it before the episode, the fact that they're supposedly going to do
Cross-platform.
cross-platform compatibility between 360 and a PC says it all.
Xbox One, you mean?
I'm sorry, yes, Xbox One.
Yeah.
You see how long it's been since I played.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's their big step in phasing it out.
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead.
They don't believe, they've actually said their forward-facing plan is they don't believe that consoles will last much longer. They are viewing the computer gaming as computer gaming and no
Right.
longer
And
home.
they've been doing the thing now, too, where you buy an Xbox One game, you get the copy for PC for free.
I like to respectfully disagree because you have your late teens, your people just getting started. Can I buy a gaming PC or can I buy a console?
I don't think consoles gaming is going away. I do think it's changing. And I think the Switch kind of proved that a little bit.
Right.
Just the way that it's going to be taken in. I feel like Sony and Nintendo are at the forefront of it right now. Sony's got the whatever there is of a virtual reality market on lockdown. They are the go-to for exclusives on consoles. And whereas I feel like Nintendo's got lockdown on first-party titles and how you really consume your gaming on the go and that type of thing. We know we're going to hear about the Scorpio, but does anybody give two shits at this point? Personally, I'm not that interested. I've been so put off by the poor performance of my Xbox One that I'm just sort of like, they're going to really have to knock my socks off, so to speak, for me to look their way.
And I was reading an article a while ago about just consoles in general, and they have taken console graphics about as far as they will go.
Right.
And so there's not much else graphically that you can do that is going to just wow people. It's all about your content,
Right.
the content that you're
And
putting
it's
out,
been that way for a couple of years. I
and
feel
the
like.
stability of your platform.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know?
Microsoft once again has been on record as saying they don't believe that story-driven games are the way of the future
I
either.
think
They
that's a
believe
misstep.
multiplayer.
I think that's a misstep by
Right.
them. Multiplayer is just so hit and miss, man. Personally, we talked about this long time ago on one of our old podcast episodes. How I personally dislike going online and getting chewed out by 13-year-olds because we're adults.
say,
we got
man,
we
10
got
years
shit to
ago.
do. You're right.
I'd be like, fuck you, little kid, whatever. Your
Right.
mom goes to college.
But we can't. But it's hard to go up against that crowd when we're all working 40 hours a week
Yeah,
and
man.
still trying to do the gaming thing.
I think things come and go in waves, and like old trends resurge, and I feel like right now we're kind of at the crest of story and multiplayer
Yeah.
are both kind of in, but I
It
can see.
It feels like the multiplayer has to be like PC level multiplayer where you can have like 48 simultaneous players, and so far console really hasn't been able to replicate that without
Well, they do
some
that.
bugginess.
They had MAG
Okay, so that's one game in the last
10
And those
years.
are those are just certain cases. Like there's Elder Scrolls Online.
right.
They're
And then, well, listen, I'm not going to get off into a tangent. Sorry.
no, you're good. That's all I really had to.
Call of Duty every Call of Duty has done that. They've done like domination, they have those lobbies where it'll be
But even those, like the biggest games on there, it's 16 on 16.
Yeah.
That's the biggest those games,
Yeah.
those lobbies get. I know Battlefield tried really hard to get 24 on 24, but I hear it had some problems.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. So we talked about Scorpio. Jeff brought up an interesting little nugget, how Microsoft had previously said that we aren't going to do exclusives for Scorpio.
Right.
Microsoft has kind of backtracked on that.
Right, because they don't. Well, in essence, there's no reason to purchase a Scorpio if they're gearing towards PC and everything else is also on the Xbox One.
Right.
You know, at that point, they've kind of killed themselves. So now they're talking about some exclusives for the Scorpio on top of the VR that the Scorpio will potentially bring.
Yeah, VR is
So-
another point where I'm kind of disinterested at this point. I don't really think that was a market for me anyway, so I'm
Yeah.
probably not qualified to speak on that. Just from like a motion sickness standpoint, I can't
Yeah.
do it.
You know my situation.
Yeah, it's like,
I was
I'll
like,
pass
let
on
me
that.
just go ahead and just
Yeah.
I worry about the repercussions of having a display like an inch away from your eyes. That's got to be the worst
Yeah,
possible thing you
I'm
can
sure
do.
it's not good. But it's got a lot of us casting our eyes the other way on the show floor towards Sony. So we all know the PS4 Pro's been out for a while now. Couple interesting things that Jeff and I read today. Possibility of an announcement of a PS5.
yeah, motherfuckers.
So
What happened to the 10-year lifespan?
that was my first comment. I was like, what kind of life cycle
you
is
gotta
that?
give the people what
Well,
they want.
And I responded back on that. When they released the Pro, they didn't say that it was a new console. They said that it was a mid-cycle refresh.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely saying that that's the middle of their cycle. And if we measure it out, that puts them in 2018, 2019
yeah, they've
as
always
dropping a console.
Right.
They always like it's a slim or it's a reduced
And they've done that
version.
for all their
Oh, yeah.
consoles. Xbox has too.
Pretty
So-
much everybody.
And they rarely like to be behind
Right.
in technical specs. So a Scorpio is going to push them forward.
Sure.
So,
Be curious to see what they do announce, because we were talking about buying a PS4 Pro,
right.
and then you made the point, well, maybe we should hold off until E3, because if they do announce a
Yeah.
PS5, maybe the price of the 4 would go down around Christmas time.
Well, that's pushing the PS4 original model prices way down. I mean, they're like
Right.
$250 for.
Yeah, you can.
Tail
They
light
can be
and
had pretty cheap.
some
I see them
games.
on the Facebook Marketplace pretty consistently for about $200, so that's not bad. And it's usually with games and a couple controllers, so we'll see. I'm curious. Sony really kind of killing it with the hardware rumors. PSP3 maybe. We've noted on the show before how Sony heads have commented on the success of the Switch and
Right.
how they're really kind of piqued by what Nintendo has done. So maybe we could see a revival of the PSP brand.
I still think the PSP was one of the best handheld consoles out there.
It had an
In my
excellent
opinion,
library.
you
No,
could
it had,
do so
it
much
had an
with it.
amazing
You
library.
could do so much with it. I mean,
Yeah. Go ahead. I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, the graphics are always way beyond anything else on the handheld market.
If-
The versatility was there.
Yeah, and if you're a
Support was in
JRPG
there. Yeah.
person, holy shit, was that the place to be?
I just think they're delving into a market that's already dominated by Nintendo.
True. But if
Well, yeah.
anybody can take that title, it's probably Sony.
They
just
tend.
they need to stick to their wheelhouse.
I
I'm
was
a-
feeding you a line.
I know,
no.
no,
was.
man. I'm Sony fanboy for life.
Hashtag. Hashtag stealth pants.
They tend to kill themselves in that they use
The
like their
UMDs,
their
yeah,
little
proprietary
discs.
Oh,
media.
yeah.
Right, all their media, you have to buy it from them, and you have to buy it from them at a premium. You're not getting it anywhere else for cheaper. You know, when the HD micro XD cards are dropping in price, Sony's maintaining price on
The
their
memory stick.
memory sticks,
Mm,
and it's not. It turns a lot of people
maybe
off.
they learned their lesson.
You hope so.
Coming out with this
Well,
thing.
look at
they're
Blu-ray,
gonna-
though. Blu-ray really took off.
Right. They did well with that. That was a good choice on Sony's part.
Yeah.
But that's also because there's
Microsoft.
Sony Entertainment, you know.
True. Yeah.
So
They got hands in
Several
both.
divisions, right?
right.
All the pies, so to speak. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what they say. I'm definitely keeping a close eye on Sony.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, I think so too. Few good Switch rumors floating around as well. Not so much hardware because I think we've kind of seen everything. Really, for Nintendo, it's about the games. Potential for a couple Metroid reveals. I know I mentioned it a couple episodes ago that. No, you.
No, I'm just excited.
All right,
It's
I was
game
like,
over.
no, you're done. Cutting you off.
If they go back to anyway.
Yeah, I mentioned the Way Forward tweet about, or not Way Forward. I always say that every time.
Retro Studios.
Yeah, tweeting about, cryptically tweeting about maybe working on a Prime game, and we've heard some things too about
Potential of a 2D.
maybe a 2D one for
Please.
the 3DS. So we'll see.
I would play that.
Been long overdue for that. And there was a Pokemon Direct recently where a lot of people were sort of bent out of shape that they did not announce a Pokemon title for Switch.
Right.
So
Sorry.
it's got people wondering if they're saving that, putting that up the sleeve for E3.
Right.
So we'll see what they say on that. And then the other sort of big Nintendo rumor is, are we going to see a new Smash? Or are we going to see Smash Deluxe? That seems to kind of be the trend. Pokken, the one that's coming to Switch, it's a deluxe version of the one for the Wii U, so we'll see what...
I hope they bring out the GameCube Virtual Console.
Me too.
They've mentioned that.
Yeah, I was a little bummed that the online service got pushed back to next year. Thought we'd have that a little bit sooner. And I hope they come up with a better headset design, because the one that Hori did for Splatoon is straight garbage.
All right. So one thing I gotta mention is, did y'all see the supposed workaround that they tried to do for online voice chat?
No.
Oh, it's garbage. We're gonna talk about that.
You talking about the
sometime.
headset that's coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And-
well, it's been known for a while that the online thing is going to be all through your smartphone. And so this... Now you're gonna get me going off on a tangent here, because this thing pisses me off to no end. So it's this god awful dongle that connects to your Switch, the headset, and your phone. All the design specs I've seen only have an 1/8-inch jack, so they didn't consider half the population that has iPhones. Thank you, Apple, you fucking bastards. And 2. Why are we using dongles? It is 2017. There is no need for a dongle connecting to 3 fucking things. I don't know. I'm not happy.
Nintendo and online have always been in dicey waters because they don't
It's
want
just
to
like a
expose the
kindergartner
youth.
trying to do rocket science. We're like,
Yeah.
dirt.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
Yeah, this is definitely not a... It doesn't seem like a move for the TV mode. This is definitely not for the TV mode.
Right.
That's a good point. Yeah,
I
didn't think about that.
Because initially, Reggie had said, you
Reggie.
put your phone's earbud in your ear, and you actually talk to your friends
Right.
via the smart app, and you play the game. It's not been... But this is a more on the go. You want to be able to hear in public. You want to be able to be on your phone in public and do all this. It seems like that's what the...
Put your phone
The Hori
precariously
thing
on your
is.
lap while you got this other wire connected to your Switch,
Right.
and you're looking like a freaking tourist
Just
everywhere you
don't
go.
Knocked over
Just
my
don't.
beer and
Yeah, exactly.
Just
and
don't
then
even worry about.
electrical
the
fires
voice.
from beer spilling into outlets.
Just don't even bother.
Nintendo, I love you, but figure that shit out, okay? Thanks.
hashtag dongle.
Hashtag stealth.
Stealth pants in the
All right, so I think that'll do it for our little quick E3 roundup here. It's coming soon, so if you haven't checked out our E3 hype video, do yourself a favor and click on that real quick. We're going to be your headquarters for E3 coverage. We'll be on top of all of it with multiple videos, hopefully some live reaction too. So if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button, give us a like, leave us a comment. We do appreciate it, and it helps grow the channel. So
Oh yeah.
your support means a lot to us. We appreciate you guys. So we'll see y'all around E3 time. So thanks for joining us. As always, I'm your host, Jordan.
Be rad.
Grip.
And Jeff.
See y'all soon.
Peace.